Dearly beloved, we have gathered here today to get through this thing called Mix CD. My name is Mike, part of the SPDM crew, and I love making Mix CDs. Each week, we give our guests a theme and an 80-minute time limit for which songs they're going to pick for their Mix CD. This week, we're going to be talking about songs that I imagine myself roller skating to or rollerblading to in a roller rink. And the reason why I specifically picked this category, I know I did this category with Shane Kanto a little whiles back, but I recently went to a roller rink uh, with my daughter, who she had a birthday party at one, and it just got me thinking about all the different ones, specifically from the 90s, that I went to back in the day when it was popular, because in the 2000s, didn't really have very many of them anymore. So yeah, I made a list of all of the different 90s specific songs that I remember kind of thinking about when it comes to being at a roller rink. Quite frank, test 1 2. All right. Yeah, I'll just get into it because there's a lot of repeats and a lot of these are just high energy songs from a bunch of like no name people now. So I have a couple songs from Fun Factory. I have Close to You and Celebration from Fun Factory. I've got Real McCoy, Another Night, LaBouche, Be My Lover, and Sweet Dreams. Two Unlimited, Get Ready, Pump Up the Jam by Technotronics. I really should just call this the Jock Jams mix. Actually, yeah, I think I'm going to call this the Jock Jams mix, just so that it doesn't overlap too much with the thing that Shane and I did a while back. So, Pump Up the Jam, Gonna Make You Sweat by CNC Fun Factory, Take Your Time, Do It Right by Maximilian. Now, this is one that probably not a lot of people are going to really pinpoint this as something that's on the radar. I am one of like probably 10 people out there who had their actual full soundtrack. Yeah, I'm a little embarrassed about that, but that doesn't change the fact I love them, and regardless of how ridiculous they were, but hey, it is what it is. Can't have a list like this without Rhythm as a Dancer by Snap. Where Do You Go by No Mercy. We Like to Party by the Venga Boys. Now, this one was a bit of a contentious pick for me, mainly because this reminded me a lot of the Six Flags commercial, and I worked at Six Flags for a couple weeks, and the song played nonstop, and I couldn't take it. So this, I don't want to say it was torture because there are worse things out there, but hey, it is what it is. Total Eclipse of the Heart dance remix by Nikki French. This is the first version that I actually ever heard of this song because my sister had the CD single for this, and I love this song. And then once I realized, oh, this is based on a ballad, that makes sense. Kind of bummed me out a little bit, but hey, it is what it is. I got Eiffel 65, Blue Daba D, because why not? What is Love by Hadaway, This Is Your Night by Amber, Ooh, Just a Little Bit by Gina G, Tonight is the Night by Leclerc, and closing it out with two Space Jam or two Quad City DJ songs. I got Space Jam and Come and Ride a Train, specifically the radio version, because that song is like 25 minutes long. So I didn't want to torture too many people about this. And then in regards to what the actual like album would look like, it would be pretty much an like a one of those jock jams, it would be one of those very similar jock jam album covers, just single color with a bunch of just like sports memorabilia on it. And I think mine for version one would be red, and then it would just have a bunch of other interesting stuff on there too. So yeah, that is that's my Jock Jams playlist, that started as a 90s roller rink one, but evolved into a Jock Jams playlist about a third of the way through this.
Well, my friends, the time has come to end this episode of Mix CD. Be sure to like, rate, and subscribe to anything and everything SPDM Crew wherever you get your podcast. Join us on social media on Facebook, Instagram, X, Threads, YouTube, and Blue Sky at SPDM Crew. Check out our website soon to be out at spdmcrew.com. You can follow our playlist on Spotify and Apple Music at Mike Hilty. Shout out to High Flyer Creative Studios for making our awesome logo. Greatly appreciate their support. And if you have any marketing, logo, or brand standard needs, contact them at highflyercreative.com. If you've got a podcast idea or you're interested in being part of the SPDM crew as a guest or collaborating, email us at spdmcrew@gmail.com. Until next time, no matter what happens now, you shouldn't be afraid because I know today has been the most perfect day I've ever seen.